What's the difference between sort of strategic marketing communications versus, demand generation marketing or lead gen marketing that a lot of companies have sort of front and center in their mind all the time? Maybe they don't think about this other piece as much. Tell us more about that.
Yes. So the way I look at marketing and communications in general, there are two elements, right? Communications and marketing. So communications to me is the story, the message, and that is external and internal, And then marketing is the vehicle or tactics, how we get that story out.
Uh-huh.
Lead generation is part of marketing tactics. Under the
Right.
big umbrella of marketing is part of marketing tactics. Yes, in
Yeah.
the early stage companies, the most important thing when they start, even in my business, in your business, we are all in need of that lead generation, right? How do I get more customers? How do I get the buy-in into my programs or into my services or into my products, right? How can I sell more, right? So that's what that lead generation program is very important, because you want to assess if your product is a fit in the market. You want to prove to your investors that it works so that you could get more funding. So
Yeah.
lead generation will always exist in different stages of the organization, in my opinion. It just will change where the focus will be within that lead generation concept.
Mhm.
So as the company grows, and let's say in an accelerated growth stage, or as the investments funnel in for that show the trust, that okay, investors are trusting you. Now you have
Uh-huh.
to prove further that you can sustain that growth, and you can sustain the market share with whatever you're selling. That's where people start losing traction of what becomes important, because you can't really rely on lead generation that much anymore. Yes, it will continue, but then you have to start thinking about brand authority building, your own founder or CEO presence build out in the market. You have to start thinking broader about the company and its presence externally, but not forget that internal, communication is also important.